Cheko Salaam, Sergio Guerra, you know what it is, 613, 503, and we're here at Good Hombres for the second episode of Eat and Greet. What you know about it?
Welcome to another episode of Eat and Greet. My name is Abeal, and today I'm joined by my guest Sergio, or Sergio Guerra.
Guerra. The U is silent.
Yeah, the U is silent. We went over this last time we were talking. He goes by many names, you know, Hypedelic, Hype the Gypsy Son, Hype. Most recently, Cheko Salaam. Yeah, you want to tell me about
What's up?
What's up? You tell me what's up. We just finished a nice meal.
Man. It's good to be here. I know I'm no stuff.
Yeah. You want to tell our audience where we are today?
Yeah, we're at Good Hombres.
In downtown Toronto?
Downtown Toronto. Right on Bathurst and Dundas. It's one of the only spots in Toronto. Do you want me to look at the camera?
Yeah, look at the
It's one of the only spots in Toronto where you can get a nixtamal tortilla, right? Like some tortilla made the traditional way, the way it's been made for thousands of years, which is only corn, water, and lime.
Yes.
Or originally ash. But it's one of the only places really changes the taco. And we're here, Good Hombres, which is a little bit of a slight to Donald Trump's consistent use of bad hombres.
Bad hombres.
Or bad hombres.
Yeah, well, it's definitely good hombres. It's definitely good food. It's definitely good company.
That's what's up.
And everybody will see the clip of us eating tacos. Sorry, y'all can't be here, but if you're definitely in the Toronto area, you should definitely check it out. Give them some love. And yeah, let's move on. I mean, like,
Good.
First we met earlier this week, and you actually introduced me to your family. We made some
Yeah, that was cool.
We used the same. Was it the same flour they used for the tacos here?
No, it was slightly different, right? So homemade tortilla products generally, because people don't have the facilities or the equipment to wet the corn, let it sit in lime, then cook it, and then let it sit, and then mill it, and then make the tortilla.
Yes.
And the masa only keeps for like maximum 1 day or 2 days.
Yeah.
So that would be something that you would have to do every day, which was it's a way of life for Central America.
Yeah.
Right? The tortilla is a staple part of your life. Everywhere you go, whether it's at home or a restaurant, tortillas are there.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Let's come into your music business because Tapas, you released an album called
Big up.
in 2017.
Shout out to G Grand. Shout out to Jeeps. He's my man's right there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I love that album. Tell me
Thank you.
because there was a bit of a hiatus between all like from when you started releasing music, and then 2017, 2018. There was a big surge in music coming out of Cheko Salaam's like library. His bolts.
My big vote. Yeah. The Tapas project started probably 4 years before we released it. G Grand's originally from London.
Okay.
He moved to Ottawa, and he started linking up with Jeeps before I did.
Gotcha.
Now Jeeps is the most prolific producer I know, and I'm putting him up there with the J-Libs and the Mad Libs, the JDs and the Mad Libs, as far as volume and quality.
Yeah.
He would just put out so many tapes I mean, I met him and he was already at like 31. Now man's in like the 70s, right? 75 beat tapes packaged, you know, themed. They all had themes. They all had at least like 10 beats to them. And he would just put out really dope boom bap beats originally. And then he kind of started evolving the style and to make it more modern. Now he does both. But I linked up with him, I think we met at a show. We did a show together. I was doing a solo set. G Grand was doing something. And we just vibed on, you know, like a hip hop tip. Like we knew they cared about lyrics, they cared about the craft. Those are my peoples though. They're such good peoples, you know what I mean? Like they're so down to listen, really human quality people. And that's first and foremost, I think, in music, right? Like music, like food, is connection.
Yeah.
Right? So whether you make that connection before you actually make music, during music, or on music, or whatever, that's really what it was. We just had a connection. And then we spent like 4 years just like recording a bunch of tracks, writing verses, doing a bunch of stuff. And then finally it just culminated in the Tapas album.
Yeah. Tapas you've referred to as small savory sonic dishes.
That's
before.
Right. That's right.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we definitely got that. At least I got that in eating the tacos today.
Yeah.
So
I think it came from, I was trying to find a name. And we had like stupid names like something about Topanga from Boy Meets World, and like we had random names.
That would've been dope.
I really forget who brought up tapas, but those guys love to eat. Those guys love their wine, their scotch. They like the finer things. So I think we just connected because every time we got together and made music, it was like not a long time. It was short. But it was sweet, it was inspirational, it left you leaving you know, feeling invigorated and energetic. It felt like going to a small restaurant, eating these little snacks and snippets. And that's what we wanted to give to people, you know what I mean? Sit down, have a bunch of these different flavors that you can enjoy with us, because that's how we experienced them when we were making them, you know?
So let's move on from Tapas. We get into 2018, and you link up with the group known as Missing Links, and you release your album called Space Cannabis.
Yeah, space.
Emphasis on space.
Space.
How was that process?
Shout out to my man, Just Jamal, Canon 2-time, Proof Rock Shadowrunner.
If you don't know them, they're Ottawa artists and they're amazing. Go check them out also.
You gotta check them out. We're gonna tell you about Missing Links. Like that Missing Links is an epoch on its own, you know what I mean? Because you know, they say love is a choice, but sometimes love chooses you first and then gives you a choice, right?
Okay.
And that's how I kind of went Missing Links. It was kind of a meant to be thing because we never came together as a group saying we were gonna be a rap group and do this, right? We formed a poetry group in 2011. We released Rest in Peace Charlie, which was our first album.
I was gonna talk about that. That was in 2012.
Yeah, that was in 2012.
So that's a 6-year gap, and like
6-year gap.
Like, I mean, how much do you progress as an artist, and how do you bring that to a collective, to a group, and like everybody's hyping each other up to do their absolute best, you know? Like, did you compare and contrast your both works and be like, wow, like we've come a long way?
It just felt like a different place. My role was very specific because I was not only the beat maker, but I was the studio house and the engineer. So my role was always to keep the energy flowing and allow these guys to just sit there, talk their shit, come up with the ideas, and then bring it together. And I was definitely in the mix talking shit, but I was also, you know, at the station, you know, at the deck.
Got you.
The deck of the spaceship as we were moving, you know, trying to capturing, recording them when they weren't thinking, or telling them to flip up their verses differently, or just everyone bigging each other up. There's no doubt that we made each other better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, most of the time, we would sit there and just talk. You know what I mean? Say we'd have a 6-hour session, one man's come 1 hour, one man's come next hour. We're together for like maybe 3-4 hours. 2 of those hours were spent shooting the shit, politicking. You know what I mean? Sharing sometimes overly intimate details of our life,
but getting the juices flowing.
And then bringing that to the music. Always challenging ourselves to go outside of the supreme arrogance. So I think what happened was when we made those poems, the first set of poems, and when we made Rest in Peace Charlie, we created a universe.
Yes.
You know, like kind of like its own Marvel universe.
And the artwork is very resemblant of that.
Yeah, the camels and the space, right?
Yeah.
And everything happened organically.
Yeah. Out of the entire album, I've got to pull out Autonomous Kings and Serena's Trophy Room. Both of them were amazing tracks. I'm going to put the links in the bottom for the entire album. Everybody check it out, but those two tracks were amazing. But here's the thing, you guys just shot the video for Pegasus. How was that experience?
That was dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man James Harkness who did the video. It was dope, you know, we always did like little dingy videos, like never really put big budget into the videos. So that one we put some budget in. And it was fun, man, it was fun. Like sometimes the challenging thing about making videos, like coming up with that solid concept and agreeing on it all. So we had fun doing it, you know. Pegasus is about, you know, the conflict that we have with money. Right? So, you know, we had us going to the bank.
You kind of get that. You get that message.
You get the
in
Monopoly
video.
man.
Yeah.
You get us kind of entranced in this room, locked into this game of Monopoly.
And the way it's video, like it's choreographed essentially, is like this round table over a Monopoly, and you kind of get like the different perspectives that everybody's playing and like what that person, the move the next person's gonna make.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of the 70s show.
It was very 70s.
When you're around the table and everybody's smoking a little something.
Yeah.
And you know, just shooting the shit, but probably with a little bit more meaning. And then it brings me to your last piece of work, as of recent, Thirst Trap, and you had just finished like even mentoring some new up and coming hip hop artists in Ottawa.
Shout out to Broken English. Those are investments that we make in the youth, you know, and that's how we should look at youth. You know, we should invest our energy in them. Because they're going to learn and they're going to grow up and take these ideas and add to them, make them better, and bring that youthful energy that we need. We always need the youth around, man.
I'm sure though that experience itself kind of played a role in your album. Maybe it didn't, because I know a lot of your album was about heartbreak too, and your own. Yeah. And
it was about masculinity. You know, exploring my own masculinity, my own conception through the explorations of the relationships I had in my life, the good things that came out of them and the bad things that came out of them. Ultimately, let me just say, like, I make music for me.
Yes.
You know, like, first and foremost, like, I make music because it feels good for me. I make music because it's a form of therapy for me. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't able to sit down, put a beat on, you know, and
play with
and
it.
Write and play. Like I don't know what I would be. I need that in my life. So first and foremost, that's what it is for me. Now, with the youth, it was trying to instill that in them too, right? I was helping them get professional and get on point, but I really just wanted them to experience that form of self-healing. You know what I mean? That music and art makes available for you. You know, and I guess in that way it did influence me because I wanted to be even more honest with myself and my audience than I had ever been before. I wanted to be scared to release the music. And I mean, thank God for music, you know what I mean? There's a line, it was like,
oh, you feel it. There's 3 tracks specifically.
I ain't really got time for no silly shit. Better stop with that old Big Willie bid. Thank God for the rap, no censorship. Exit wounds for the bullet that was sent for him. You know, it was like I took an L in a way, and I was like, it went through me though, you know what I mean? And rap was the only place at the time where I felt like if I would say something, I wasn't gonna hurt anybody.
There's been a lot of debate, and well, not even debate, a lot of
Let's
talk,
get real.
A lot of talk in at least the hip hop industry that there's the return of mature rap is coming back. And what I've seen from your music and even a lot of the reviews of people who go to your shows, who write for magazines, they're saying that it's like being back in the 90s. It's like you rap with context, and it's refreshing. It's mature.
Yeah.
And what do you think about that? Is that your intention?
I think that sucks. You know why I think that sucks? Because first of all, it's not only called thirst trap because if you stay hydrated, you don't have to worry about thirst traps. But it's because I used all trap beats.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so these are not 90s beats. These are contemporary beats, right? So the only thing that tells me is that people associate my rapping to the 90s because it takes skill. And like not anybody can do it, and there's thought to it. There's intention. There's depth to it, other than just talking about the material things that we may find in this world. I can't speak for everybody else. I love the ratchet shit. I love the skunked out shit. I love all of it. But I need that conscious music. I can't just listen. I can't just eat candy. You know what I mean?
It's not just ones and zeros. It's everything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you need to have like a healthy diet of what you listen to.
So let's wrap it up. I have one more question, and it's outside of hip hop, but
this is a cool thing, man. Congratulations on what you're doing, man.
You like it?
Yeah, man. I really like it.
Well, we talk about food, we talk about hip hop, but you have another love, and it's gardening. You love gardening. You love getting your hands dirty.
I do.
What's it called? And if you look at your Instagram, I don't know if it's your stuff or not, but I feel like it is. You are cultivating some new strains.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I
How's
did.
that process?
I cultivated one strain. I bred
it's beautiful.
2 breeds, yeah.
What'd you call it? It was a purple flower. It was really beautiful.
That plum sauce
That
right
plum
now,
sauce,
that's where we're at. That's where we're
a
at.
lot of names, and we'll drop them in the link.
Mauve, because it's purple. It's like a dark wine. Purple, and it's a mix of Rasta Colombian gold and this seed that one of my elders at the time gave me is called Al's Backyard, which was a feral strain from Ontario, which apparently made it through 2 seasons. So summer ended, it went to sleep, and it revived, which normally cannabis plants don't do that. So this one was really resilient to the weather and the climate here. And Rasta Colombian Gold is a really, really rich, dark purple, really mellow indica. And I mean, I grew for 5 years before legalization, I'd grow every time in my backyard. Exactly. Yeah. But I mean, that was, my ideal zone was, my studio was right there. You would open the door, you'd have a patio, and then the garden. You know what I mean? So people would come in to studio time, but I'd be like, yo, let's do 20 minutes of garden. Because I need help.
Yeah.
Right? Let's do 20 minutes of that. Let's do that.
And it adds up.
And then we go make music, and it changed. The garden changes the atmosphere. The human being and the garden are one, right? That's where culture and nature meet, and they interact with each other. And I love that because I think plants have so much to tell us. And we feel different. It's good for our health. Feel different around plants, so I always like to keep them around. Yeah. This is it?
That's it. Thank you. Is there anything you wanted to plug?
Cheko 7, all things coming soon. Just check out my website, chekosalaam.com. What else? My Instagram, Cheko Salaam. Come eat at Good Hombres. Come support. Come to Toronto.
In the Toronto area. Toronto's a beautiful city. Just come support in general.
Check out the Thirst Trap album. Check out the Tapas album. And check out the Missing Links album. Shout out to Just Jamal. Shout out to Proof Rock Shadowrunner. Shout out to Kamal. Shout out to Abeal here for Eat and Greet. Thank you so much. Thank you for Good Hombres for having us. What else, man? I'm really excited for your show, man.
I think it's gonna be good. I love this.
Yo,
episode.
let's take it, man.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to be on your show.
Thank you. This was the second episode of Eat and Greet. Thank you for tuning in. And Sergio said it all. Hopefully he's back on the show next time. I'd love to have him on again. There's more questions to ask this man. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe.
Right there?
It's right down there. Is it right down there or is it right down there? I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's okay. It's just logistics. If you didn't like this video, what are you doing? Tell your friends.
Get your life together, man.
Get your life together. I don't need that negativity.
You need to get your shit together.
Thank you. And definitely check out Good Hombres if you're in the Toronto area.
Órale.